Hello everyone, welcome. Welcome to ORD 101, OpenRoads Designer 101. So before we start jumping in, I would like to go to Control Panel because I want to show you the softwares installed on your machine, because I notice a lot of people, especially us people who work in Florida using F.dot workspace, they usually just don't understand how both of them work. Both softwares, because if you are working using the F.dot, you're actually using two softwares. The first software that everybody is using is this one, OpenRoads Designer. As you can see here, is 1012, and this one is from Bentley Systems. And then you install the other software, which is FDUT Connect 1012 Workstation, which is from the Florida Department of Transportation, and you see it's for 1012. As you can see, it's less size than this one, because this one is just a plug-in to the Bentley software. FDUT is so advanced compared to other states, they have their own workspace as a software. Other states, I think Georgia also have their own one to be installed, but other states I worked in, like Tennessee, they don't have that. This is too much advanced for them. So their workspace is set up through a different way, to a basic, you literally go to the C drive, drop the resources there, and then map them through OpenRoads Designer. But FDUT actually doing it better. They have the software, so you don't have to worry about the configuration of the workspace. And the workspace, which is coming from this software workstation, is inside it all the resources that you need, the line styles, the feature definitions, the levels, the borders, anything that FDUT want for their CAD approved products, it is here. And as also you can see, I have also the FDUT Connect 2024, and I also have the Bentley here, OpenRoads Designer 2024. And a side note, 1012 was the last one for them to use the version, they use this numerical way of doing it. I mean, before this, they were like, 10.8, 10.9, 10.10, 10.11, 10.12, but at 10.12, they decided, they stopped. They wanted to do like some other big companies. They were like Apple. Apple, they used to use in their iOS. If you have an iPhone, it used to be like the 17, 16, and all that. Now they just switched it to iOS 26 and all that, like by year. So Bentley is doing the same. After this, they did not release 10.13, which is the 2023. What they did is they released OpenRoads Designer 2023. And then OpenRoads Designer 2024. I do not have 2023 installed, but I have the 24. And as you can see here, they start with a different new numerication for the version. Okay, so before we do any customization, I would like to show you a few important things. So, like I said, when you have first the Bentley software itself, which is this one, this is just out of the box Bentley. So I'm just going to open it. And you can see it's going to look the same, but look at the logo in the bottom. The logo is just showing you Bentley software, which is the same logo. That's mean you are just opening Bentley software. That's mean you're not opening the FDUT version. Or the Bentley version with the FDUT plugin. You're only opening the out-of-the-box version. So give it a second, it's on the other screen. And of course, we're always going to get this message. If you try to fire up ORD from your machine, at least here in Atkins Realis, it's going to give you need to sign into project twice. Well, I'm not doing that now. I'm just going to do cancel. And then let's get you here. So, okay, so this is the OpenRoads Designer 1012. And as you can see here, in your machine, you're only going to see example, imperial, metric, and then train an example. You're not going to see this, T-dot. So what a T-dot is, this is when I told you when it comes to other states are not so advanced as Florida. And T-dot, I had to do this by myself. So how did I did that? Let me show you. If you click to manage configuration, so this example configuration, this is the one that comes from Bentley. This is the default. And it literally will take you, you are telling the software, open this workspace for me and go find it in this folder, whatever the configuration are saved at. So what I did is I went to this place. Let me show you how I got the T-dot standards to appear there. Of course, I went to the Tennessee website. I downloaded their configuration stuff. And then I saw here this C program data. Where is it? And by the way, it's a hidden folder. Usually you need to do options in views so you can show the hidden folders. So let's do here, and then let's go to Bentley, and then let's go to OpenRoads Designer 1012, and then configuration folder here. So here inside it, they have multiple stuff, but my Tennessee workspace, it is here. I dropped it here. So as you know, in this video, I'm not showing you how to do this because this is more advanced to do your own custom configuration. But I just want you to be aware of this. And this is how the workspace work when it comes to ORD. Okay, so let's close this, and let's close this, and let's go now to the FDUT. So when you install first FDUT Connect Workstation, it's like a plug-in. It will look at your machine, see what software do you have. For the 1012, I have MicroStation Connect. This is different than MicroStation V8, the old one, the SS10 and all that stuff. And I also have the ORD. So that's why you're going to see these two logos. If you also have OpenBridge Modeler, you're going to see another logo. If you have, they have different softwares also approved by FDUT. They have their own Connect Station version of them. It will automatically just lash into them and give you their own logos. So this is the one here. If I clicked on it, as you can see, it's the same screen, but look at the logo in the bottom. It looks like the FDUT logo. And of course, we're going to get the project-wise always. So I'm just going to cancel that. And as you can see here, the difference is, I mean, if you first open it for the first time, it's going to be like this. So you have to go to custom configuration. And then that's when you're going to see FDUT. And then the example one that I showed you earlier from the standalone out-of-the-box project, out-of-the-box ORD, you're going to see these workspaces here. But in Florida, this is what you need to go to custom configuration, and then you see FDUT. Let me show manage. Let me show you exactly how easy it is. It's literally, you can click on add. This is FDUT already done this, so you don't have to do it, but I'm just going to show you how to do it. And you can do this, and instead of calling it custom configuration, I wish FDUT called this FDUT, because it's as easy as what I'm about to do right now. See, FDUT, and then FDUT workspace, and then it's local, and I'm going to map it here. Of course, right now it's going to tell me no. Why? Because it's already there. So let's go to the C drive. And then where's FDUT 1012? Here we go. And then this here, the 1012, and I'm just going to select the folder. Here we go. Specified configuration path is already being used, and other configuration. Please specify a unique path. It's not going to let me because it's already here. So I'm going to cancel this. As you can see, it's already here. And if I wanted to edit this, I can't. You see, it's logged in because FDUT already made this. When you install the software, they already did that for you. But sometimes some people, they come to me and they tell me they don't see this. It's not here. Well, FDUT made a software to help with that. So if you ever opened ORD, for some reason you do not see the custom configuration, you cannot access the FDUT workspace. That's if you are working locally. And by the way, you shouldn't. Our work always going to be from ProjectWise. But in case, whatever your situation is, so let's go to the software package itself. First thing I would like you to see, this clear crash, this is like a heaven sent tool. If I clicked on it, look what's going to happen. It literally just shut down everything. It's the same thing as going to Task Manager and finding the software and then end task. It's the same thing. However, I like this because it's mostly just for ORD and it's easy for me to do that. So what I do is usually go here and then I go to the tool itself, clear crash, and they do pin it. I have it already pinned in my start. As you can see here, if it's going to freeze on you sometimes, or it's just going to freeze or give you problems. If you want to shut down the task already, just come here, and then I click on this, and then pop, 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 it will close it. The other software that comes with the package I would like you to see is, and by the way, all these softwares that you see here have their own uses. This is the one that I think is important to keep an eye on too. So this one, if you wanted to to reset. Basically, delete all your user preferences. Delete any customization that you did. You come here. This what it does. It will go close everything, delete everything, and get you FDUT Connect version that it's plugged into the Bentley software from scratch. By doing that, just select all and run. So I'm doing this right now for y'all because I want to start from scratch. And it's basically what it did is it literally just went to the C drive and deleted the user preferences files. Which is, let's go back again here. The other thing about this, other than just selecting all these, they are also this button here. If I clicked on it, what it does is, remember when I told you if you opened ORD and you don't see FDUT, if you don't see FDUT, just come here and click on configure. Configuring it like this, boop, just literally just one time, and it's not going to close after you click. And then close it, and then you go open the software, you're going to see the FDUT. Just in case you've ever had this problem. And with that, we are done now with the C drive, or at least ORD in your local machine. So let's just open it just so I can show you what I'm talking about. Of course, always gonna get this, so let me cancel it. Give it a second, it's on the other screen. Here we go. And this is what I was talking about. In case you do not see this one, just open the Workspace Doctor and then run configuration just so you can map it for you. What that tool is doing, it's literally going here, clicking on add, and doing this. That's exactly what it's doing. Okay, so now let's close this. Because as we know, we are working from what? From ProjectWise. So let's go to ProjectWise, and from there we're going to start officially customization OpenRoads Designer. Okay, R's and H. Okay, as you can see, it brought me to the last time where I was here, so let's go to working. I'm going to go to my, and by the way, this is something got nothing to do with ORD 101, but in case any of y'all wondering, ProjectWise sometimes glitches. You see the logos here? You don't see the logos? Don't freak out. That's not a problem. Because there are actually two associations. The act of me double clicking on this, it will go to the associated app. So just because you don't see the logo, it doesn't mean that ProjectWise doesn't understand that this is OpenRoads Designer, it's a DG, and you need to open it in 1012. There are also another association which is called icon association. I have a whole video about this. If you are interested, just let me know. The video is in my YouTube channel, how to actually fix this and even customize your icons. So you see associations here, they are the program association, then they are the icons association. So if your one just, like I'm saying, if your ProjectWise for some reason stopped showing the icons, don't worry about it. It's just ProjectWise being ProjectWise. It glitches sometimes. Okay, so now let's go to working folder. And then where is roadway? And then where's mine? Here we go. So I'm just gonna open one of these, my test one. So pop, double click on it. As you see, double click on it, it will automatically start to prepare it, meaning it will get the file, it will start downloading it. It will go and get all the configuration, pop, and download them locally. And then it will trigger the software to open, and it's gonna open. The thing is, what I was telling you earlier about watch the logo here. When you do it from ProjectWise, ProjectWise doesn't show you the logo that FDUT want. You're only going to see that logo if you are working locally. if you're working from project-wise, you're not going to see that. So just FYI. So don't freak out if you still see the blue here. It's like, oh, I'm probably doing the wrong thing. No, you're not. I will show you how to check that you are actually working in the right workspace. So let's give it a second till it opens. Yeah, and by the way, I mean, if you get this message, don't worry about it. It's literally, this is one of the problems that F.dot workspace have, which is with the Excels. It just does not like Excels, and it cannot find this. Just this is not a problem. What I'm trying to say, just click and continue and ignore it. Don't worry about it. Or at least that's what my admins told me. There are a way to force that to be fixed. But again, it's not important, so that's why you just click on it and continue. So right now, let me minimize project-wise. So this is OpenRoads Designer from scratch. This is the one, and you always get this element selection here, flying from scratch. How to know you are in the right place and you are in the right workspace? You see this blue folder here? Hover over it. It's going to tell you you are in a workspace FDUT and you are in a work set, which is the project one. So that's mean you are doing good. If you ever saw this blue and also have the X on it, that's mean you have a problem. That's mean project-wise, for some reason, the action of you double-clicking on this file could not find the resources and download them. Usually how to fix that is shut down everything, come back here, purge local copy, and purge workspace. And then close project-wise, sign out, sign in again, and then try to open it. Usually, 90% of the time, that will work. But if it's not working, talk to your project-wise admin, because that's maybe an advanced issues. But other than that, this is how you know that you are in the right space. You are in the right workspace. Also, you can also see the logo here for FDUT. So that's mean the software is already plugged in and you are good to go. Okay, so now let's go to my favorite customization. Well, the first thing first is here, let's go to File, and let's go to Settings, and let's go to Configuration, and let's go to About Configuration. So the default user preference, all the stuff that I'm showing you, that I'm going to show you right now, it is literally going to be saved in this place. fdt.upf. So let's go to the C drive and show you where they are saved. Remember when I told you if you want to delete everything and start from scratch and fire up the workspace doctor, it will literally, like I said, go here and delete it, and I'm on other stuff. So let's go to the C drive, and I think it's users, and then my 4x4, and then app data. And by the way, like I said, app data is as you can see here, it's hidden. How to get it back to open it is to go to options, because you see, okay, as you see, this one is like yellow and this one like grayed yellow because this is a hidden folder. And then go to view and you see show hidden folder. I have this toggle. If by default it's going to be like this. See, I can't even see it. But if you want to show it, just go to the folder options and then view and then show it. So that's why when you look at my screen, you see like I have extra folders you might not have. That's because those are hidden by the system. So app data, local, and then where is Bentley? And then after that, OpenRoads Designer. This one, and preferences. And this is the preference file. See that? This is the preference file. And you see, last time it was saved as 10/11, 6:25 a.m. because I'm recording this video at 6:25 a.m. on Saturday. And you have that saved on it. So when we're going to finish what we're going to finish, we can come here and see that it's actually resaved everything else. So my advice to you, after we do all this customization, copy this, save it somewhere else in your machine, and save it as your own preference. So if you like went to a different machine, if you have a problem, something happened, you can always come back to these instead of spending time again or re-customization what we were about to do. So let's close this. Let's close this, and then let's go back again. We are still in the setting. First thing I would like to recommend to do is let's go to preferences. I mean, every time I go to any ORD version, this is the first thing I do. I go to the look and feel, and I apply the dark theme. Period. I do not like it white like this. It bothers my eyes. I mean, I work late at night sometimes. I work early in the morning. I like the dark theme. And unfortunately, by the way, Bentley applied the dark theme to almost all their softwares, even OpenBridge Modeler and everything. The only software still don't have dark theme in it is ProjectWise. And it's already a thing they already know about. They're still working on it. But even right now, ProjectWise 2024, they still do not have a dark theme in it. So if I click, I just selected that. As you see right now, it started to become in dark. But it's not fully affected. As you see, some stuff are still white. So what we're going to do is we can close it and reopen it again. Of course, check it in. It's my working file. And then let's go back again. Let's open it. And while is that happening, let's go back again to the C drive, program data, no, users, app data, local, Bentley, OpenRoads Designer. You see here, it's already saved again. Let me show you. The preference file, it's already updated. So it's 629, which is when I closed the file and reopen it. So you already have my setup here, saved in it. So poop. Let me close this. Okay, and as you see right now, it became a black theme, which is the dark theme, which is I like. I think it's good in the eye. It helps me. So if you like that, do that. If you don't, that's okay. Before we jump any further, my V8 people, the people who used to SS10, the people who wanted that, or they actually had, for people who are nostalgic, people who are accustomed with the other way of getting tools, they have this thing here called V8 up top. So if you click on dialog, give it a second, it's gonna put the tools here for you, like they used to do them back in the old software, the V8 versions. And seeing the tools here, it's literally like the old ways. And you can put them like this, change the layout, make them like this. Or also you can do something else. You can right click here, and you see this, open it as a toolbox. And you can have it as a toolbox. You can steal it from here and toggle it here. So that's one way of getting it. For example, I mean, you want these, you want the dimensions, you don't know how to get them, which is, I will show you how. You can right click here, okay, open as, and you can steal it and save it somewhere else. So if you nostalgic to the old ways of doing things, it's here. If not, let's just close it. So let's go back again to File, and let's go back to Settings. And then let's go to Preferences again. So let's just start one by one, show you all the stuff that I would recommend you to do. Database, let's not do anything there. Everything is good. Help online, yes, it's good. Input, it's good. Languages, it's English. Look and feel, we already applied the dark theme. I don't change anything here. I just leave it as default. But if you have problems with vision, if you have problem with things, there are actually ways here to make a lot of stuff become bigger. Like for example, the tool sizes, you can make them big. And the text and a lot of things. Mouse, I leave it as it is, but if you have your own way of doing things, this is where you set up the mouse are. Let's go to operation. So I always recommend people, if you have two screens, come here and open this. Open the file in multi-application, 2 windows. If you have 3 screens, select 3 screens. If you have 4 screens, select 4 screens. But I don't think anybody wants, like, if I have 4 screens, I don't want all my 4 screens to be ORD. I usually recommend just the 2. Why? Because one screen you're going to have the default model in it and the work. The other screen, you can put other stuff in it. You can put the models, the references, which is, I will show you how. So it's basically like use your real estate of the screen so you don't be cramped into one screen. And this is how you do it. So right now, as you can see here, ORD is open in one screen. But when I toggle this and save it and close, next time it's going to open in two screens. I always do this, save settings on exit, because if in case I forget, because all the stuff that I'm doing right now, if I didn't click on save settings, it's not going to save them. You need to save them. I also recommend the compress file, because compressing the file is always good. And this is one, also an important one, use snap mode from preferences. If I clicked on this one, so if I have a preference of a snap model that I like, a snap mode that I like to use, whenever I fire up any DGN, if somebody else before me, for example, they use, they are different, you know, there are different types of snaps. Some of them I don't like. And the DGN will remember the last one that the person used. But if you have this toggled on, ORD will go to your preference and get you activate the one that you like. So you don't have to worry about try to change in the snap mode to the new one. Which is, by the way, it's not a big deal. It's just a tool you can see, you can double click on it. But just for convenience, you can select that. The other thing is position mapping, it's good. Raster manager, it's good. I usually just come, I go to raster and I go to georeference, just make sure it's survey feet. If not, there are some problem. References are good. Ribbon, and the ribbon size, also you can make them, you can change them. You can make them bigger. You can do a lot of things. The touch mode is, I think, yeah, when they hide it, and you go there and they pop, they come in and like in and out. So I'm just gonna leave them as they are small. I'm not changing that. Spellings. And by the way, this one for the key tip. So the people who are using the key in the commands, they also have this. I usually don't use it, but this one sometimes actually give you hints. But the thing is, I don't use the keys, so I don't care for that. But if you do that, explore with these, because these might help. Spelling, leave it as it is. Text as it is. Setting as it is. And then view option. The first thing I like to do here is, as you know, ORD, you have models in it, right? And the basic models for every DGN are the design model, which is the black one, and then the drawing model, which is the gray one, and then the sheet, which is the blue one. So these three colors that you see here, these are FDUT workspace colors. So if you are working in another project from a different state or using a different workspace, you might not see these. Like for Tennessee, they don't have this blue here. They actually have it as white for the sheet, which is horrendous to the eyes. But this is what FDUT have. So my recommendation to you is just like force these to be like this. So me forcing these to be like this, even if I try to open another workspace file in a different data sources, it will always go back to these. It doesn't switch them for me. And highlight element is by default is pink. I like that, so I'm just leaving it like that. But if you don't like these, if you have vision impairment, if you want to change something, you can actually change the colors of these from here. Okay, last thing is the view option civil. The first thing I would like to recommend everyone to do, go here to the manipulator. Let's make that 25. Again, in next sessions, we will talk about why these are important, because it will make some manipulator to look bigger and better to see. And because we have the design model black, I like the yellow one. The yellow one will pop better. Selected color, also I like it yellow. You can change it to whatever you want. What else? Yep, that's it. All the other stuff, I'm just leaving them as they are. I don't touch them. And because most of the stuff here are also for the surveyors, so we're good to go now. So yeah, so let's just do OK. Let's go back again to home and let's save. And I'm gonna compress. By the way, this is what I did. So the floppy disk, this one is saved. The floppy disk with the wheel is save setting, and then this paper with the wheel is the compress setting. So if I click on compress, I'm gonna select everything. It's by default is not gonna have these, but it's better if you're done working, just select all of them and compress. If you included references, what it's gonna do is any reference that you have, it will go there and open that file and compress it. So please don't do that, especially people who have crazy a lot of references in their files, because that's gonna take you a while. Just focus on the file that you are in. So put compress, that's it. As you can see here in the bottom, it told us compress. And by the way, this window here is important to pay attention to, because all the tools here, whenever you fire, for example, any tool, let's fire up this. This side here, this is where it tells you what to do. If you have like the tool have multi-steps, 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps, just pay attention to here. This is where you're gonna find almost everything. Not almost everything, yes, you will find everything here. The other thing is here, this is the message. So wherever you're executing any command, wherever you are doing anything, here will tell you if it's connected, if it's done, if it's whatever it is. And if you clicked on this, you can actually check the log of all the messages that you've ever got. As you see right now, I have nothing. Don't freak out. These warning ones are usually okay. They are not a problem. You might gonna see a lot of them, because again, we work with different people, different files, and it's not a problem to see some of them. Unless something is red and it's an error, other than that, it's okay. Okay, the other thing is, if you are still newer to ORD and you don't know what to do, but you remember the tools by name, you can come here to search ribbon and just start searching for it. It's got a measured. Start MEA and it automatically show me the measured. And when you click on it, it will also show you where to find them. You see this OpenRoads modeling, drainage utility, drawing, geotechnical, for example, OpenRoads modeling, drawing and measure. This is the default setting model that ORD when you first open it comes with it. Or as they call them, the workflow. See the workflow. The OpenRoads modeling, OpenRoads drawing production, survey, geotechnical, reality modeling, drawing, all these are called workflow. And all of them have different tools set up for that specific workflow. So for example, this is here, one, and if we go to drawing, see, we're gonna see all the stuff, and the measure, it's here, like it showed us here in the search. It's under OpenRoads modeling, drawing, and it's here in measure. But they have other ones, as we can see, they have the drawing production here, which is usually just production stuff, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's go back to this. Let's do again for my OCD, save settings, save file. I'm gonna close it because I wanted to open in 2 screens, right? Because I already set up that setting, but it's still not active. I still need to close it. So let's close it. And let's do check-in. It's okay. It's my working. And let's open it again. Yeah, let's go check on my user. Here we go. You see the user? I already updated it again. Okay, let's do continue. And let's look here in the bottom. See that? Now I have 2 screens. So let it fire up the file. So this is one of the screens. Let's give it a second till it fully open. So this is, let me minimize project-wise. So this is one of the screens. So you can have this on another screen. And let's get the other one. And this is the other screen. So now I will show you why I prefer two screens. For this simple reason. Let's get my references. I like to put them here. And then let's get my level display. I like to put them here. And then let's get my properties, which is an important piece of the tools. I like to put it here. And then let's get the model tabs. And these all the models in the file. So I put it here. Or I can move it and actually put it here. Because by the way, when I'm selecting it, you hover, it will show you where you can put it. So I can also put it next to this, put it these, whatever. So I'm just going to put it here because I like them to be like that. So let me move this to the other screen. And let's make this a big screen. So this is why I like this to have the other screen like this, because here right now, I mean, we don't see nothing, but if I'm working on something, I can see the models, keep an eye on them, double click on them and add them. I have my references on the other screen and I can come here and add my references. I can turn on and off levels, and I also am keeping an eye on properties. It depends on what I'm working at. And all this, I can have it here as a separate screen. Also, there are a thing here, as you saw, I moved them by hand, but they are, if I clicked here, it tells you change screen. This will automatically take it to the other screen, which is trying to do it right now. It's already on the other screen because my my setup here, but that's how you flip them between two screens. So let me do that again here from the other screen, and it brought it here. Let me see if I can demonstrate this like this. Let me bring that to the other screen here. Okay, so let's get the preferences. Here we go. See, change screen, it will automatically take it to the other screen. And the same thing for models. Change screen, it will take it here. So let's come here and do it again. Change screen, it will bring it here. And let's do this one here. And also it's not just for the tools, it's also for the views. For example, if you have different views, you want the 2D here, you want the 3D on the other screen. I usually do that. So do the same thing here, change view, and I let the 3D view here. Or the profile view here while I'm working here. Of course, here you can do more views and stuff, but the screen will be compacted. So using two screens is always recommended. So I'm going to take this to the other side. Let me close this view. Take this to the other side. And now let's go to the toolbox. I'm going to get you the best tools that I think everybody uses. So let's just go here, TOOL, and let's go to toolboxes. So here, I'm going to get most of the tools that we need. The first thing I would like to say, but it's already here, is the snap mode. Oh, it's giving me hell. I might not be, where's this one? View manage group. Okay, for some reason, let me close it. It's not doing what I wanted it to do. Let's open it again. Huh. It's literally not working. Wow. Why? That's strange. Is there something locked in? I don't think so. Here we go. Okay. Let me close them. Something was not correct. Okay. Close it. Here we go. So let's do that again. Okay, let's close it again. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, because my setup here, I have a ultra wide monitor. It's just freaking out, but it's okay. Let's go back again to toolboxes. Here we go. So now let's do that. Okay, now it's working. So the snap mode is already here, as you can see. This is the snap mode. Let's turn it on and off. That's how you get it. The other things I would like to recommend you always have, let's go to main task. Civil analysis, we like that. Manipulate, as you see there are multiple manipulates here. Why? Because there are different generations of them. Let me show you what it means. See all these different manipulates. Some of them they have different stuff, the other one don't have. Let me close main. Let me open them one by one. For example, this one, you see you have all these tools. The other one might have a different tool or is coming from a different generation, but it doesn't matter, just select one of them. So manipulate. I also like measure outside and modify. And that's it. Also, let's do change attribute. I like that. And let's go back to task. I mean, there are a lot of tools here, so it depends what you are working on. You can come and get them from here. Yeah, nothing here basic. I mean, it depends on your workflow, but I'm just trying to get you all the most basic ones that I think everybody uses. I like drop too. It depends what you're working on. Well, maybe not, because this one is a little bit advanced. I like the hatches and the group. And if you are doing quantities, you're always gonna need this. The item type, but I like the custom one because the custom one show you the names. And yep, that's it. So let's do okay. So this is what I like to do. I mean, it's up to you. So this is my favorite snap, the multi-snap. I do not like these. Unless you have a unique thing for them, right? But this is my favorite one. So the snap one, I usually like it to be in the bottom, but it's up to you. You can put them on the side, as you can see, like this, and you can drag it and put it to the other side, or put it here, or even put it on another screen. So, but for me, I like them to be here in the bottom. And then the modify too, I like it to be here in the bottom too, because these I usually use. You see the move, scale, and all that, and then for lines, the trim and intersect and all that, and my snaps. Civil analysis, I like it to be here up top. Change attribute next to it, or drop next to it. And by the way, all this stuff that I'm showing you here, they are actually here. As you can see here, this is the drop. See, all of them are here. I mean, with nothing. I mean, you can bring them here or have them as a separate tool. And measure, I like it here, even though I can see it here. Item types, like I said, if you are doing quantities, you're going to need it. If not, you're probably not going to need this right now. Let's do group and hatch. Let's go back again to this. And that's it. That's my basic customization for this. Now let's talk about some stuff important that's usually happen to all the beginners. For some reason, sometimes this just disappeared. See this? Element selection, let me close it. It's just be gone. You never see it. And you clicked again, it will appear. But sometimes it just go away and you freak out. You look at this screen, you look at the other screen, you don't see it. How to get it? Remember this place here? Where there are this paper situation here? Or sometimes usually it's a house. Double click. I'm sorry, double okay, let me do that again. Remember this paper, next to it here, usually a house, but if they are not a house, they might be something else, but that's okay. Double click here, and it will show you all the windows lists that you have. So if element selection was disappearing, just double click on it, pop, it will bring it here. So let's click on that again. Remember, I have properties on the other screen, right? If I clicked on it here, it's already reactivated again on the other screen, meaning it just like appeared. If it disappeared, you will bring it back. So whenever anything hide from you, come here, double click on it, and it will bring it back. That's one way of getting it. The other way, you go search for Windows list. That's it. And this is where you find them, by the way. In OpenRoads modeling, it's a drawing, primary, and more. Where? Here. OpenRoads modeling, drawing, and then primary, and more is usually here at the corner. And this is Windows list. You clicked on that. And also the people who want the key in, this is how you get the key in, by the way. See the key in? This is the key in tab. And you also, after you bring it, you want to save it, you can actually save it here. So you can have it, so you don't lose it. Or save it in the bottom, or save it in the side, or however you like it. That's how you get the key in. Okay, what else? Yeah, let's just save the file, compress it. Okay, we are almost out. I guess the last thing I should show y'all is the models, because that's an important thing about ORD. So by default, the DGN files, most of them, they just have, you see here in the models, is the default. On the other screen, I only see, let me bring the other screen here. You only see the default model here. That's all you see. Please, 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 please. I see a lot of people do this. Please don't do this. Don't copy the model and then paste it again. Try always per file only have one default model. Please. Because I see a lot of people, they just don't understand and they just really copy and have multiple defaults model and give them different names. Please don't do that. The only ones that you should have a lot of them inside ORD, DGN file in ORD is the drawing models and the sheet models. The default model should not be more than one. So there are ways of adding a models, like if I clicked on a plus sign here, it will ask me what to do. As you see, there are a design, a drawing, and sheet. Yes, you can actually do a design. A design, again, it's a default model. But think of it like this. This drawing and this sheet, they are all going to go to one design model. So if you have multiple design models and then you have multiple drawing sheet, you're going to create confusion. And it's just going to be even hell for the person after you to understand what you did. So let's just stick to the basics. Let's just keep all of them design model, just one default. But the other ones that we need is more drawing and more sheet. So I'm just going to create another drawing model here. But of course, I'm going to do drawing from seed because it should go use the FDUT seed. And then, yep, leave it like this. Let's do OK. So I have that here. Let me get properties. This is why from the other screen. So let me just delete this. And this is how you change the name of it, by the way. Click enter. So this is the drawing model. And then let me also create another model. Let's do a sheet model. Let's just call it the sheet. And the sheet one should be 1-1, but don't worry about this right now. Later on sessions we'll walk through plans production and explain this more. Here we go, and this is a sheet model. So this is the basic things of ORD. You have a default model, usually black if you are an FDUT, drawing model, gray or silver, whatever you see in this color, if you're an FDUT, and then the sheet is blue. And if you remember, like I said, if you want to change all this stuff, you can go to the settings from the preferences, and then you can change them from here, from the view option. Like for example, the black one, which is horrendous what I'm about to do, but let's do it. If I wanted to make it this situation of a color, and let's just do OK. Now let's go back home, and let's go to the default model and see what it did. Here we go. See, it made it green. So let's go back again, because I'm going to bring it back to the ones that I like. And let's do a black one. Okay, okay. And then, yeah, these are the basic models for any ORD DGN file. And that's it. You are good to go. Congratulations, you survived ORD 101. Thank you, and let's take it back to Zuhair in the future. Take it away, Zuhair.